Happy Memorial or Labor Day weekend, everyone. Hope nobody has to labor on Labor Day, but if you do, thanks for laboring for me. Let's stick an engine back together while I'm waiting for a like or something. There we go. Too early for decking work. Thank you for the like. Thank you. Thanks. I live on likes. Take all my likes to the like store and get me something that I love. Good stack it, guys. Which one was I going to sign? I was going to sign this one. That's a cool one. Let's clean my desk up a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. Let's get this out of the way and CDI. Let's get some plates out of the way. Let's get a 38 Magnum out of the way. Or a case for the 38 Magnum. Ooh, sorry. And let's get some more case covers out of the way. Let's get that clutch out of the way. Let's get the clutch pressure plate out of the way. Base gasket out of the way. Hi, Will. What's up? I'm a freaking happy camper. It is holiday weekend. 3-day weekend at least. Taste of Colorado's going on downtown. So Sunday, I'm hoping to go barap in front of 60,000 people. So I got to get an engine together for brapping, get this trying shipped out. I seem destined this weekend. It'll be because it's a holiday weekend. What are you going to do for the holidays, Will? What's on your holiday agenda? What do you do on your Labor Day? Barbecue, hell yeah. Is it going to be steaks? Is it going to be ribs? Is it going to be hamburgers, hot dogs? What's going on the grill for your Labor Day? Put the rings back in. Aw, damn straight you should be happy for the holiday and the family. Hell yeah. I love this holiday. You don't have to buy anybody anything. You get to hang out on the last cool summer holiday. You don't have to work. Penis cover. Nobody gets the penis cover yet. Okay. Stack the cylinder. Check the squish one last time. And then put it back together if I like the squish. Exactly. That's what I'm looking for, is the exactly. Egg. You can fix your gears? Cool. Or you fixed them? All right. Yeah, cool. Yeah, send me a pic. Let's turn on the light and do some shit. Oh, wow. Here we go. One super bright light. I swear I'm going to go down and get a smaller bulb than a 1000. I'm going to go down and get like, or a 500. I'd go get a 250 or something. That's just too freaking bright. It blasts down on the table. Bright light, bright light. Just like Gizmo, man. Just like Gizmo. Oh, check it out, man. I swear I'll read my emails someday. Just when I go to my emails, there's quite a few, man. Too many. Aren't you reading your email, Brad? No, I'm not even reading my real mail. If it looks like a check, I'll open it. Okay. Let's crank it up a little more. Full power. Signed your plate, Will? Full power. Full power. Lay that on the bike. I can get rid of that one real fast and throw that one on the bike. Grandma some shit for the yard sale. Oh yeah, yard sale tomorrow. Yard sale. Why do white people have yard sales? That would be a very good show. Not gas bike related though. Oh, yesterday was so much fun at the Rick Mobile. Waited in line for like an hour. That was the bad part, but actually seeing everybody, all the fans. There's so many fans there. I showed up and there was like 1,000 people, and I was like, wow, that's a lot of people. And then I didn't know you show up to these things. If you show up like an hour and a half late, you don't have to wait in a 5,000 people line. But yeah, I was like 1,000 people back. I showed up like a half an hour before it opened. There was like already 1,000 people, and I was like, oh my, this is a lot of people. And I don't know how many people that came there. When I left, there was a line twice as long as when I was there. I was like, damn. The hoodie didn't look cool though. The hoodie was like a freaking t-shirt that they just stuck a patch on. I was like, what? What? $55 t-shirt hoodie. I would have paid $100 for a real hoodie. Damn. But oh well. I got my hat. Check out my hat, guys. Oh yeah. It says Wubba Lubba Dubba Dub. What does that mean? It's a catchphrase, man. I don't have a catchphrase. I don't have a theme song. I don't have a catchphrase. I don't have any of that. I need a theme song. I got to talk to this guy, Alex. That's a freaking awesome musician. When I was talking to him back a couple months ago, he said that he would write me a theme song. I think that would be awesome. An introduction with a theme song. I'm that dude in the garage. Best tool to cut gaskets, in my opinion. Chisels. Ran the drill bit from the Walmart. I take stinks. Okay. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just I know it's smaller than what it was. Rings, always. Rings, big part to the bottom. You put it to the top, you're going to break your ring, and then you're going to be like, I don't know why my ring's fucked up. I do. I know exactly why. When I see those pictures of people who broke their rings and I see the snap in it where the ring wasn't, they tried to put it in like this past the ring. What the ring does is snap it. See that little pin right there? If you get that in your cylinder somehow with the pin like that and it pushes underneath the pin and then it snaps it and it has a distinct look. Not that I've ever done it before. Yes, I've done it before. But it has a very distinct look to it when you break a piston ring like that, where it's right over where the pin's supposed to be, but you could tell because it snaps it a certain way. Not that I've ever done it. It's funny because, yeah, I've done all the mistakes. That's the only reason I know. How do you know so much about stuff, Brad? Well, because I did it wrong first. And there's always a better way. Always. There's my homemade gasket that I cut with the chisel. Once here, and then the smaller chisel. I didn't have one at the time though, because I couldn't find it, but I have smaller ones. But a smaller chisel this size down would make perfect gaskets where you could just put a piece on there and then pop, pop, and then get the smaller one and pop, pop, and it's done. I know guys that spend hours, or I used to spend hours making gaskets and chisels. Let's get a little grease down and let's clean the cylinder first. What the heck? Let's do a little naphtha. Everybody loves it when I do naphtha. Oh yeah, lighter fluid. Naphtha is a natural lubricant. Not natural. What am I saying? It naphtha oils as it lubricates. What it's going to do is take all the guck. Let me show you the guck. See that black mess down there? That's the guck. Everybody loves it. Smells like lighter fluid. Really? I didn't notice. A couple drops behind the ear. Couple of paper towels. Yeah, a good start if I just left all that naphtha in there, huh? Boom! Oh, yeah. I'm funny. Why did the cylinder come up in my lap? Just a piece of it. Come on. You mean it'd be possible to use an engine to make something blow up? Yes. Yes, I am saying that. That is feasibly possible. Clean it up one last time. She looks pretty dang clean though. I can show you the before and after. What's the question though? I didn't get you. Let me get a seat and pull up and put the camera up and a little higher. You can only see my cool shirt bunny. I really like my bunny with my cross skulls. Whenever you have free porting the cylinder, what cylinder do you want me to port? Well, just tell me what you want me to build and I'll build it with you. Well, what cylinder are we talking about? Because contrary to belief, some cylinders need something different than porting. Some cylinders, the porting is already really good. Look, I mean, look at the size of that exhaust. What are you going to do with it? Maybe round it a little bit on the sides or megaphone it? That is huge, dude. That is twice a China doll. I could rebuild this one if you want. know, and if you want, I can rebuild that one with you. If you want to do a China doll or a steel sleeve cylinder, we can hone it out to a larger size. Right now it's 47 millimeters, but we could hone it out to a 50 millimeter, and we can make a China doll real fast if you want, or hone it out to a 52 millimeter piston. I think a China doll would, I think 52 is though too big for, and it hits the studs. I think the biggest you can go with a China doll is like 50, but I've never done it. But I know everybody, why they run the steel sleeve cylinders is because when you mess up the cylinder, you just hone it. Steel doesn't need a coating like aluminum. It can handle heat and dissipate heat and everything, and you know, it's a lot tougher than aluminum. But what engine do you want to build? Well, and I'll build it with you. Do you want to build a China doll? Do you want to build a, what engine do you want to build? And I'll build it with you. Easier when you have somebody building the same thing as you, the same time, and you can ask them to stop if you're behind, or you can watch the episode that you're having a problem with that part, you know. But yeah, whatever you want to build, dude. The port timing and all that, you want to just look at the cylinder first before you jump. I got a port. I got a port. I got to look at the cylinder. Put it on the case. Run it up and down. See what it's going to look like. See, most people would put it on a timing wheel. If you need a timing wheel, use the timing wheel. Whatever makes you feel like you understand what's going on in that engine, you do that. Yep, this good shit. They always complain though. I will always wake up. What's that smell, Brian? I don't know. Really? You smell something? I better go light it and sit. I just wanted to clean that up first. We'll nap this good shit. Good stuff, man. Okay. Well, your ride whiteboard. Okay. Okay. Porting. Usually when people talk about porting, they're talking about matching this hole, matching this to this right here, and matching this to this. But what you should really be thinking about is this really the design you want right here on your transfer? You know, is that really the design you want? And if so, how does it flow into your transfer? Does it slide down it? Does it hit obstacles? Is it smooth? Is it rough? Most China dolls, it's hard to get into the transfers and work. What I like about a chainsaw is you could stick your finger in there. You could stick steel wool in there. You could stick anything you want in there. And the transfer itself doesn't have to be coated. Well, only the part that the ring touches needs to be coated. So you can work this with a Dremel. You can work this with a sanding wheel and your just regular drill. And you can do anything you want. And a chainsaw, they want to give it the most they possibly can before they transfer to the compression stroke. So that's the reason why it's flat on a chainsaw, is because they want the absolute most they can. Usually you want that to be a smooth transfer where it's like a wave, where it hits it and it slowly rolls it into the cylinder. Not like hit the wall, bam, and then have to go out. But the chainsaw, they cut that. You definitely wouldn't want to go deeper than that, because there's only that much room for the compression from the top of your transfer to the bottom or the top of your head because it's flipped over. But that's how much room you have to make compression, to compress the gas or the fuel, the air, and compress it into the chamber until bam, it hits. The spark plug fires. And I believe you want it to fire like at 1 o'clock, but that's my opinion. I want it to fire on the downstroke, not the upstroke. The upstroke make you gonna make you 4-stroke. What do I mean by 4-stroke? Well, buy a 4-stroke and notice, why aren't I going like the power I want? 4-stroke. 4-stroke means that we're not getting power stroke every other stroke. We're losing power because it's hitting wrong or it's firing wrong. That's a 4-stroke, meaning it fired in the wrong position, or for some reason it's pushing the cylinder, the piston in the wrong direction. That cheap freaking RTV from freaking Harbor Freight. Don't ever buy that crap. It sucks. Let's go to it somewhere. That is. Let's go to the Permatex Red. Oh, well, if you do put a 58 millimeter on a stock China doll, you're going to be off the sides. All the larger things are 95 millimeters across. All the larger 880s, larger giant chainsaw cylinders are going to be 95 millimeters. So it's going to sit on there. There's 95, and that's 15, so 7 on each side. It's going to sit like 95 is here. All right. There's 100. 95 is right here. So it's going to set off the cylinder base by 5 millimeters on both sides, because on a China doll, we are only 80 millimeters across on the case. And I'll grab a giant cylinder for you. A regular is 80 also. See, this is why the 49 millimeters picks off often, is we're right below 80 millimeters on that. And on the 38s and all those, you're going to be way under it. And what's nice about the 38s and 440s, why you see everybody building off of this cylinder, is because the base is only 60 millimeters across that way and 60 millimeters across that way. It's a nice, small, giant opening, meaning it fits onto the cases so well. And this is the 38 I pulled. I wanted to pull it and check the cylinder. Nothing was wrong with it. I like to pull them and take them apart and see what's going on, man, all the time. Especially if I'm losing just a tiny bit of power, I'll be like, let me see what's going on in the engine, and I'll pull the jug. I have 10 times the amount of engines apart than I have together all the time. But why this cylinder is so popular, the 440, the 38, and all that has a square bottom. The disadvantage is we have closed ports, or closed transfers, I mean. And most people who race these cut the transfers out. Do I like to cut the transfers out? I like to split the difference. I used to cut them out. Now I just like to make them a little bit smaller. I like to put the piston in, mark the piston where it is over here, right, with it all the way down. This is the next mod I'm working on. I'll let you in on it, guys. But what I'm going to do is put the dip piston at dead bottom center, mark it on the intake, pull it off, and open the transfers to that point, so we have larger intake transfers than the other. And well, why would you worry about that, Brad? Why would you go through all the trouble? Why not just cut them out? I can already hear all the other builders ask me that. Well, if you keep your rings compressed all the time, they'll last much, much longer. Higher compression, less blow by. The more blow by you have in an engine, the faster it's going to wear the piston and the rings out. But yes, that's the 38. No, the 95 millimeters really don't fit. That's the billet case. Here's the billet case. I'm gonna give you the measurements on this. This one, we are 90 millimeters. So we're only going to hang off 2 millimeters on each side for the bigger cylinders. And these cases are going to work great for big cylinders. We got 90 millimeters there. This way we got 80 millimeters there. So, yeah, what I need is a hone to do this. I need to buy a hone. I need some other tools to work this besides that, but this is my next project. Once I ship that engine out, I'll be working on this. This is Cody Reed's case. He just loves the idea of a billet. It's a fancy boy engine. See, fancy. You pull up on this thing and people are going to be like, wow. And you know how impressed everybody is with a Reed. Me, I think, when I see somebody with a Reed, the first thing I think, the fucker don't understand the flow and his piston port transfer is so fucking off that he has to put a Reed in. That's the first thing that comes to me when I see somebody's engine that has a Reed. That they couldn't fix the crosstalk, so they stuck a Reed on there to try. And then that top Reed is getting blowed down every time there's crosstalk, but there's crosstalk when it goes over the open part of the piston, piston window to piston window. But that's that one here. That'll be what I'll be working on. I really like how these look on this. Like, this is why I cut them. I think they look freaking awesome on that case. I really do. I think they're hot looking. But hopefully that answered your question. If you're going to do a 58 millimeter piston, I would suggest the billet case from Ryan. Nobody's really got it working really good, or if they are, they're not showing pictures on Facebook of it work. You know, if they're, most people that are working on this are the racers that are trying to get it to race. And you get very little information out of them. You know, they do not share. It's like every racer that I've met, it's like they missed the kindergarten. They don't know how to share. I don't know. I haven't met them all yet, but so far, the racers I have met remind me of somebody who didn't go to kindergarten, who, you know, that missed that, don't know how to skip, don't know how to share. That stuff, you know, guys. But yeah, that'll be my next project, and I have to buy a shitload of tools to work on that. A shitload. Look how clean it came out. Yeah. Little naphtha, man. Get my syringe out. Let's bang her up. 10 cc's. Right there. A couple of drops here. Working up with my fingers. Definitely right here, though, where my spacer plate is, right there. Look it down. I'm just trying to coat it lightly. This is why sometimes my cases, when I open them early, the inside of the case looks like an oil bath. Well, I'd rather see an oil bath than a scratched up piston. And ask me why. I hate seeing my piston scratched up. I used to think they were coated, but then all the guys that like to correct me was like, here, we're gonna show you it's not fucking coated, Brad. You know, I have more people that correct me on my show than comment on my show, Will. That these people watch my show just to correct me. I mean, but you know, whatever. Hopefully they'll subscribe and keep up the good work correcting me. Nobody wants to be a gas bike snob, right? Who wants to be a gas bike? I'm going to be all snooty. I'm going to think that my stuff is special. And nobody could know my secrets because they're too secret. It's a freaking two-stroke. The simplest engine ever invented by gas powered. Come on, guys. Okay, let's get our rings compressed now. I like to start them on the side that's got the little broken piece, or I mean this one now. It's harder with the case built into it. Or I mean my adapter plate built onto it. There we go. And let's move the seat out of the way. Get it my teeny tiny Craftsman's screwdriver. It's the luckiest Craftsman's. And that red is just blasting off of that. Yes, I need a smaller light though, really bad. This bright light just makes everything. Ha! Cool, Will. Take it apart. Are you splitting the case? Are you splitting the case, Will? Are you splitting the case? Clean this. Take that. When you get it all apart, I always leave the clutch as one piece, though. I don't take it out as one. Just I had two on the billet. Because on the billet, you have to build it like this. Then you have to put those little stupid clippy clip things in there. But take this off when you pop the whole piece out, Will. Take your naphtha, your lighter fluid, and douse that spring with it until there's no grease. And then repack it with white lithium. You won't have to put a 500-pound spring or anything. Just lighter fluid first, right? White naphtha second. And that spring will work so much better. For sure. It's always easier to load it and then stick it on, but I hate pulling my circlips because, well, I had it when they pop across the room. I'm always like, God damn it. I swept up my garage for the yard sale tomorrow, and those are toasted. I'll have to grind those down. Turn it until you see the end of the tail. Right there. Hey. Ding. And removal. God, that was too easy. So where are you at? You're on taking your engine apart. What part are you at? Well, arrow to the exhaust side on a only on a chainsaw. Never ever on a China doll. You actually physically have to look at the pins on the China doll. Because those bastards never build their. They don't even look, man. They don't even look. Let's find our roll. Make sure our pins. Find our pins. Our pins are right there. Our arrow pointing to the exhaust side. Stick it in like that. Press one side of the ring. Come to the other side. Press it. Pop it. Come to the other side. Make sure your pin's lined up. Back it up till the pin's perfect. Come on, baby. Be nice. Pull it out a little bit. Spin it around until I like to put them in the middle. I like them right in the middle so they both compress the same. But whatever you're used to, dudes. Whatever you can. You don't want to catch them on the corners, though. They always like to catch right there on the corner where the shit is. Caught right there at my ring. Right there, man. Not right there. Yep. Right there. Right there, man. Almost there. Almost there. Bam! We're in. Bam! Oil time. Let's oil the rings. Couple drops right into the ring pattern. Let it sit. Got time to talk now while we let the oil seep into the rings. I know the feeling, like, don't bother me now. I'm in like when you're doing something teeny tiny and somebody's like, and then you're like, oh, no! I know that feeling building. I definitely know that feeling. Put the Permatex on. Permatexing. No, it's not Permatex until redhead. They were all out of black at Walmart, so I got them red and paid the extra $2. I normally buy black RTB, not red. Pull the piston back out until it lines up. Pull the engine. I wanted to cut it this deeper. I wanted to enlarge the holes so I could sit it better onto the piston or onto the case and line it up a little bit better. Yeah, that's why. Okay, let's get the pin. No, the pins is on that side, so push it through. Push it through. Push it through. Push. Looking for my pushy. Push. No, I didn't even have to push. It just slid. Definitely got some. Oh, where's my? Ooh. Somewhere on this table. There it is. Ooh, skateboard grease. Skateboard grease. I love to skateboard grease this shit. Dink. Dink. One more. See it clean the thing. See all that black shit? What skateboard grease does is it's a 3-in-1, but it's a more highly advanced than than 3-in-1 penetrating oil that you normally see me use. The skaters use it to clean their shit. Every time you order this shit, the suppliers always make the skaters wait forever to get their shit. It's funny. It's hard to buy. On the skateboard shops, they charge like $10, $12 for that bottle. Online, it's like $1.50. But they take like, what is it, 2 months to deliver or some shit like that. I ordered 2 bottles from 2 different suppliers. One took 2 months and the other one never sent anything. I could just see a skater like losing it too. Where's my fucking oil? Take that, skater. Aw, why be mean to the skaters? Yeah, I like to use my finger and my little teeny tennis screwdriver. Craftsman is made in Sears, or 4 Sears, I mean. They don't make them. Could you imagine their sales associates make tools? Then spin it, make sure it's in there. RTV it. My trusty nail into the RTV. I don't usually like this tip. That's a good surefire way to harden all your shit. It's got this little tip on the back to widen it out. Like that. I'm gonna clean my hands first. It's got a lot of crap on it. Hey, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining. Please like, subscribe. Sign your plate. I signed a Brad White. I didn't do the Bradley. I only signed Bradley official schmishel documents. Checks, I don't even write Bradley. Ooh. Orange tar kelp. Tar kelp. Tar kelp. Great shit. I buy that at Harbor Freight. And who else sells that? There's one of the other small, it's not Ace, but somebody else sells it too. I like it better than the gel and the Fast Go and all the other cleaners because it's a lot easier on my hands than the other good stuff that the mechanics use and everything. I definitely want clean hands to do my gasket. Before I do the gasket, I want to make sure I have 4 screws ready. You have a few minutes to pull it down tight. I have some brand new ones too. Found some brand new ones on the floor when I was sweeping up. More they have here. Uh, 66, 67, 68, 69. This is what you want with your clone, your saw clone. That bag right there. I'm in Colorado, so I need this, the smallest. There's the thinnest here. You probably live sea level, so you need a bigger jet. And that would make a great show. We could talk jets when you get to the jetting point. Well, when you start jetting, then we can talk jets. And every gas bike guy loves to talk about jets and what size they're using. This is my GPS. Gives me exact mileage, tracking, all that stuff, and so much. These are the best way to track how fast you're going, if you ask me. Much better than dropping your phone, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Master links. These are 48s that would fit 410. I turned off the fan. Hopefully that helps my sound. But the thing's starting to heat up. That stupid 1,000-watt light bulb starting to really heat up. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Okay, let's make a gasket. And that'll be pretty much my show. Will be one gasket making and screwing the cylinder down. And that'll be the show for the day, guys. Red. This stuff's very bad for your skin. You can read the back. It says California. It causes cancer in California. So don't use this stuff in California, because it causes cancer in California. And they have Prop 65 to protect you from that. They spent millions of dollars passing a bill that says that companies have to tell them that they're using products that give people cancer, whether it's the employees making it or the users using the product. Good information, right? I don't normally do red or orange. I don't like black, but you know, they didn't have it. They were out. I had to pay $5.97. I normally only pay $2.97 at the Walmart. And I do like Walmart brake cleaner. It's only $1.97 at Walmart. $1.97. That's so cheap, Brad. Yeah, no. Almost there with the seal. Got a few minutes before it becomes tack. I'm trying to get a nice. Once I get a nice, I'm trying to dab it. Let's dab it a little here on the empty spots. This is the part you want to get really good. All right, your transfers right there. Okay, we're ready to seal. See, this is when I'd need an assistant that could button it up, like, you know, a great surgeon always has, like somebody else, you know, stitch up the patient. Be great. Igor, stitch up the patient. Put it at bottom as far as I can go. Stick it on there. I widen the holes out. I'm hoping I can get it to sit on it, the cylinder, the way I want it without any cross top. That's what I'm looking for, guys. New cross top. One started. Two started. I missed your question. Well, sorry. If you open the case, do you have to replace the gasket between them, or can you use the same one? Good question. Well, let's talk about that as soon as I get these two started. Really good question. How do you tell if I can reuse the seal? What's a good seal? What's a bad seal? Great question. With seals, what you want to look at is there a crack? Is there what you're looking for is any tears. If there's a tear in that anywhere, don't use it. If it's clean, no tears, it doesn't look like there's any cracks, you can get away with it. Well, if it's got a tear, don't put it on. Do not put it on. It's got a tear. Ah, my phone's singing to me. Ding, ding. Just trying to pull it down as level as I can. And before I just want to lift it up, make sure this is nice and smooth. And it is. And do I want to go that way with it? Or should that way? That is, oh, that's what I was hoping for. Opening it up. As soon as I get this down, we'll talk the gaskets. It's got to dry for 24 hours. I guess I could ship it while it's drying. Like, oh yeah, nice and smooth. Let's check our. Oh fuck yeah! Damn, passed the crosstalk test. Ha ha. 400, zero crosstalk. Read that bitch. Okay, that's the way. That's got to dry for 24 hours, then I can check it out. Probably be fucked up this weekend, though. Probably. No, I don't do that stuff. Unless it's a holiday weekend. I got 3 days off. Let's talk on the last few minutes of the show. 8 minutes to go, 7 minutes to go. Any questions before I go? Any ideas for any new shows you want to see, Will? Anything like that? You're rebuilding a China doll. Some things. There's a China doll that I need to repair. Right here. On this side. Right here. Right there. That's what you want to do with the China doll. Burrow through the intake and feel where the air is coming out. Best advice I can give you on a China doll. Sometimes all you have to do is tighten up the thing. If you open the case, I have to replace the gasket. Okay, still I read that. Let's talk gasket again. Gasket. Here's our gasket. Here's a gasket. Well, where you want to look? Right here, where your clutch sits, it's not a big deal, right? The clutch isn't holding any liquids. It just got some grease in there. Not a big deal here. Here, holding most of the case. Right here and here in the top two. These you want really good next to that seal. This part right here you want really good next to the case. This is oil coated and super thin, so you do not want to use a super thin one on a case that you can see light through. If you can see light through, put your case together, Will, take it outside, point it directly at the sun, and you'll see if it will show you if there's any holes. Or what happens a lot of times is somebody will drop the case and bend the little nub. You want to keep your case put together on your desk or wherever you store it, because if you drop it and hit one of these parts right here, it will fuck up your seal. And if you did do that, what you want to do is if you did hit it and knock it down, you want to straighten it out with whatever you got, and clean it up with some steel wool and try best you can if you did drop it. But yes, the part you want to look at on your seal is where it seals your case. Don't worry about the clutch side. If it's ripped anywhere on this part, don't use it again. This one I don't like, wanted to reuse because it's so damn thin. It has to go on a case that is super sealed because these are the thinnest they make. This is one of those gasbike.net crap, which I want my material. I like the black gray ones and all that are thicker, about twice as, well, I don't know about twice, but are thicker. That will cover up more holes, especially when I see light through the case. I ordered a case one time from CDH Power, and I looked through it, and there was such a freaking light hole in there. I got on the internet, and I was trying to bitch him out, and he wouldn't respond to me. I was taking pictures of it and sending him. He didn't know what the hell I was sending all these pictures for and everything. I was very, very bike raged out when I got a case from CDH Power one time. And I think he thought I was crazy or something because he didn't talk to me anymore. He's still on my friends list and everything. But yes, I do go off on people that send me bad parts and won't respond. If you respond, I'm not going to freak. If you don't respond, I freak. I lose it for sure. Another thing is, well, you can get you a piece of copper and make your gasket. This is 20 gauge, meaning that that's going to be like your thick one, and you or a thinner one, a thick one. Copper comes in 24 gauge, 26 gauge, 28 gauge, 20 gauge, 16 gauge, 10 gauge. 16 and 10 is really tough to find. Most gutter guys and everybody are going to use 20 gauge and 16 gauge, or they call it 16 penny, meaning that one ounce is 12 ounces. It's a whatever, but yeah, make one of these, stick it on your copper like that, draw your pattern out, cut it, do your round hole, and do those holes, and then anneal the copper, meaning just heat it up 300-400 degrees in the oven for an hour and douse it in water. Do that a couple times and it will turn a gold color. Don't take it to the brown color. The copper you want to anneal to. This is annealed. I like that annealment. This is the way it comes. This is the way I like it annealed. About that much. A little over annealing here, definitely. In here, over annealing, but yeah. I'm gonna go start my 3-day weekend real soon. Get my work in and all that. Thanks for tuning in, guys. The best place to reach me, well, is Facebook. I'm more on that than my email. You can just hit me up there. I'm Bradley White on Facebook. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Please subscribe, all you other watchers that come on later and watch it. Thanks for joining me on Gasbike Coffee Hour. I'm out of coffee. 59 minutes, so it's close enough. Thanks for joining, though. Get at me on Facebook, Will. And happy building, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Probably no show this weekend. Maybe, though, but probably not this weekend. Tuesday, holiday weekend. Monday, I'll be obliterated. Tuesday would be the show. Thanks for tuning in, guys.